Going on YouTube? Back at it again, streaming. Get a little bit of fishing in. I haven't played this game in a long time. Now if y'all want to know the best bait, like to catch all these big ones, it's either you have to have barbless hook 4.0 and you have to have blood bait. Blood bait and duck muscle meat, and you want, what you want to do is you want to set your line leader to the highest one that it'll go. And then you'll set it, you'll clip your line for 25 feet. And you see them two little boats out there? You want to cast exactly right in the middle, but you want to clip your line at 25 feet. And what it will do, it will cast 25 feet every time. You want overcast, you want undercast, and that's how you catch the big ones. Yeah, what's going on?
What's up?
Now, if you all can tell, that was 11 pounds and 63 ounces. So that right there is a good fish. Now, literally, like to catch these big ones, it does take a minute to actually get a bite because it takes a while for them to bite, like in this lake here. As y'all can see, like now that I've been catching them, everybody is coming over here to where I'm at. Like they want to catch these big fish, but without that setup, you might as well forget it. See, now these little smaller ones where it shows my XP gained and it's got two little red arrows going down.
IGHT, I ended my stream.
I hit release because I ain't going to keep them fish because I want to gain XP. I don't want to lose XP. Yeah, I clicked off your video a minute ago, Turn. I seen where you ended it, so I clicked off of it. I had my mic muted the whole time that work didn't pick it up through my mic or nothing. Now, like you sit out here, say you give it probably like 5 minutes, and you'll get a bite. But I'm running out of blood bait, so whenever I leave this lake, I have to go buy some more blood bait. Now I do got a bunch more duck muscle meat. Them the two number baits you want to catch these big ones on. Is this and duck muscle meat. But make sure you got a barbless hook 4-0 or it won't work. If you ain't got a 4-0, you ain't hooking into a big one. That's the only hook. This one, and there's a barbless hook 10-0. Them's the only two hooks that will work. Like a hook number regular 8, that's for the smaller lakes. Like if you want to catch small fish, stuff like that. And as you can see, I don't use floaters. I fish straight bottom. Like, you have to do away with the floaters if you want a big fish. Now, the easiest way to tell whether you're getting a bite or not is there's a white line with a little bit of a red tip on the end of it over underneath your baits. Watch that, and whenever it goes up and down, when it bends, you'll know when you're getting an actual bite. That's basically like your rod. Like, that shows what kind of tension is your rod's getting. Okay, now y'all see how it was bending down? There's a bite, but they didn't take off with it because the bell didn't sound. And every once in a while, you can watch the tip of my pole, you'll see it bend. Might have changed out hook setups and go for different hook because it's taking a little bit to bite. Which now it is, if you look at the time in the left hand corner, it says 12:02 p.m. Normally you want to fish between 9 o'clock to 12. Anytime after 12 o'clock, it is going to be hard to catch the big fish. So you want to do it within that time period, either 9 to 12 or even 8 to 12. But it has to be AM. Once it hits PM, you will not catch the big ones. Like, it is really hard. Like, I'm gonna reel in, I'm gonna recast back out. Now you see where I cast every time, and that's right between that yellow boat and there's a green boat over there. Dead center is where you want to cast every time. Because if you start casting all over like the lake, more of the chances of you catching a big one is gonna be like you're not gonna do it. Another thing with catching these big ones, your rod strength, it will go down fast. I went from a 99% down to an 89%. And if it gets any lower, I'll have to go repair my rod, put all the lines set up, I'll have to put everything back on it. Because if you don't, if that gets down, your pole will snap. Because that means your pole's weak. So like, anytime y'all was catching them, mainly focus on that. After you catch one, look at that. If it gets low, you might as well back out of the lake, because if you keep fishing, you're going to break your rod. Then it's going to cost you more money and stuff like that to repair it and stuff like that. Okay, and you see I just casted. Now I just got a bit. Now this one right here seems like it's pretty fire. Okay, £5, but I'm losing XP. I don't want it. I want it to where it shows my XP is going up, but it's light up green, not red. Another good thing is like when you get to a higher level, another good thing, you get a light on your head. So like I can fish dark, daytime, whatever. Like I got a light, I can see. That's like earlier Radical said in his stream that that one lake you can only fish at nighttime. But with that light, see, that will kind of help me because I can see the tip of my pole and I know when I'm going to be still getting bites. Now, if you're on PlayStation 4, to clip your line, if you hold R1 and L1 at the exact same time, you can clip your line for whatever you want to cast it. Like say, I'm setting at 25 feet now, so what I've done is I clipped it. So what that does is it lets me stop at 25 feet. I don't go over, I don't go less. Now there's some people that will cast further out, but you ain't gonna catch the real big ones. Okay, just got another bite, and this right here looks like it's a pretty good size because it's got a lot of tension on my pole. Okay, 6 pounds, but I am going down. It says 40 XP, even though it is 6 pounds, and the payout is $161. I'm releasing it. I don't want it. I want that XP to go up. I want that where I can level up, because when you lose XP, then you got to put all that grind back in to hit the XP that you want so you can hit a new level. So it's best to go forward instead of back. Okay, now you see that, like it barely bit. But now that right there is what we're looking for. That is a trophy. I'm looking for all nothing but trophies. And that's a 10 pounder, which I'm getting 101 XP gained. I'm not losing them. Which the payout is a lot more too. So that's a keeper. Anyone like that you want to keep, because you will hit a level, like you will level up fast. And every level you go up, you get other things, like you get all kinds of these deals, new floaters, new sinkers, you get line, new fishing rods. You unlock these things the higher you go. Now you see, I didn't have it out very long this time, and I just got a hit. Then they quit. They didn't keep going. But if any of y'all want to see me do other games besides this one, just leave it in the comments and let me know. Like I'm up to try new games and stuff like that. I can show y'all some content on this. There's NBA 2K21. I've got Red Dead Redemption. I've never streamed on Red Dead Redemption. But if you all want to see me stream on Red Dead Redemption, let me know. I can stream on Red Dead Redemption. That'd be the first stream that I've ever got to do on that game. But any game y'all want me to stream, just let me know in the comments. Okay, the way that bent down, I'm about to get another bite again the way that bent down. So, any second then you'll hear that bell start dinging again. You still in here watching bit?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I didn't know if you were still here or not. I might have to end up speeding to the next day because you don't know, like, once it hits way after 12 o'clock, like, they will still bite, but like they bite here and there. Like, you won't get one every few minutes like you do like from 8 to 12 or 9 to 12. I think I'm gonna have to do a recast. I didn't buy that one. Okay, 89% rod strength. Yeah, I need to keep an eye on that because if I keep catching these bigger ones, I'm gonna have to repair my rod. That way it don't break. Which it's a real stout rod. But once you get that percentage down, it don't matter how strong that rod is, turn, it will still break. You hook into a big fish. Now, for like anybody wants to see me play Fishing Sim World, it's different from this fishing game, and I do catch a lot bigger fish on that game than I do this one. Like on this one, normally I catch anywhere up to 15, 20 pounds. Sometimes I'll catch a big one. Now on that other one, the Fishing Sim World, now that game, I can catch anywhere from 150 to 200 pounds. Like, I've got some setups that will catch some monster fish. The biggest catfish on that one is a Wales catfish, and that fish went anywhere from 190 to 215 pounds. So like, you catch good, and it pays good on that game. But now, like, I have never caught nothing on this game like anywhere's over 50 pounds. I've never caught nothing over 50 pounds on this game. If y'all want to see me hooking some big ones on the other game, drop it in the comments, let me know, and I can try to find some lakes and go to the big ones. Okay, right here. This is right here, pretty good size because it's got a lot of fight to it. You can tell if it's pretty good or not, but with the rod strength, it's got a lot to do with it. That's why it was doing all that fight. But now at XP, it's in red. I'm releasing it. I don't want it. And the more that you do that, if you watch and pay attention to the XP, if you get it where it's got the green going up instead of down, when you go to leave this lake, you will get twice as much money by letting that green go up instead of letting it go down. And you're getting closer to that level that you're looking for. Because it does give a lot more money for the XP gained than the XP lost. Which, to get the setup that I have on my rod, I think like you have to be, I think it's either 17, 18, a level 17 or 18. And you can get this rod set up. Which now I've had this rod set up for quite a while. Which I'm level 27 now, but I'm about to hit level 28. I ain't got too much more to hit it. That's why I'm looking for the XP gains, so that where it'll push me further, even getting to that 28. Like I can keep the ones that says XP loss, but the only thing about that is I'm not going up level. I'm losing level. Now I do have 5 more bait of this, but I do have like tons of other baits besides this one. So I got other baits that's still going to work with catching these big fish. That's basically all I have in my category. Is mainly I got some for small fish, like if I'm doing say like tournaments or something like that. and then I got all the other ones. I come and fish in this lake just for the big fish. Get more pay, more XP, and stuff like that. But it does cost you $1,200 to travel, and it's like $400 for a day for your fishing license. Or you can get, I think it's like $2,300, and like you get an unlimited pass. So whatever you catch, you keep. But that's not including. See, that's $2,300 just for the license, for the unlimited license. But you still have to pay that $1,200 to travel to this. Like if you get, and there's like a, if you get tired and stuff, and you wanna lay down, go to bed, go to sleep or something like that. Now you can, like this game here, like where it's at right now. Instead of like quitting and stuff, if you go to the straight, like the front menu, and you can close the application, but when you load in back into the game, it automatically takes you back to that lake. It's not gonna make you go back to the main menu. Now see, I've done it and it's not happened to me. I haven't got took back to the main menu, but you never know. Like you can try it, and like I say, if you don't want to play no more, don't back completely out of the lake. Just close application, reload back up, and it should bring you right back to the lake, because it does me. It always lets me come back into the lake. I don't have to repay in or nothing. Okay, so now this one here, it's not real big. Yep, 1 pound, don't want it, because it's too small. I'm going for big fish only, because they pay more. Which I could hold up to 60 something pounds in my fish basket, so like, I can catch a whole bunch of these. It take at least 6 of them big ones, 10 pound a piece. But when I leave this lake, I'm doubling my money. I pay $1,200 to travel, but I'm doubling my money to come back to it. That's the reason I like this lake a lot, because I can come in here and I can double my money, pay $1,200. I can leave with $2,400. So that's something that I like about it. Now, if you watch that little red thing over underneath my bait, that thing keeps going crazy. They love this bait, like, cause it's got a smell to it, and they like the bait. That's like the duck mussel bait. They love it. As y'all can see, there's another pole over here right beside me. They are others that's fishing around me, because I have caught a couple of big ones, and that's what they're trying to fish for themselves. But you're gonna see what they're dragging out. They're only dragging out like 1 pound, 77. It's a young channel cat, and plus they're lower ranked than I am, so they are going to catch a lot lower fish. Like, they're not going to catch as big. Okay, right there. That's a good one right there. Trophy. It's a trophy, but even though it is a trophy, it's got, see, there's nothing there. I don't. Now I'm gonna start up some. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna track this mission again. Since I caught a black trophy, that's the fish we're gonna aim for now. Now that I know that I can catch that one, it says trophy black bullhead. So if I can catch that, because I just now caught it a while ago, that's going to check it off. So now I know that you can catch it out of this. With the fish that I have now, and that right there, the mission, that's twice more money. Now the only thing I have not caught yet is a Wales catfish. Now a Wales catfish, you have to go to a different lake to catch that one, because a Wales catfish, they're hard to catch, especially this one. Okay, that's a channel, but I'm losing XP. I'm looking for that gain XP. Okay, cast back out, let it sink, and see what we catch on this one. Now I only got 2 more casts with this back here, and I'm out. Now y'all seen, I caught that one big one. I went from 89% down to 88%. The more and more you catch of the big ones, that will drop by 1% every time you catch a big one. So if you do this like very often, as soon as you leave the lake, repair the pole. That when you go into the lake again, it's got full strength. You will not hesitate pulling out a big fish. Okay, this is a small one. Young channel cat. Now you will catch those, like, even with, even with blood bait, like, you're still going to get a small bite. It's not going to be all big ones because you're going to catch small ones, big ones. Really, it don't matter what bait you're using. Okay, so now we had a few little picture there a few minutes ago, but they didn't take it. But they should be hitting it because they know the bait's there. They already hit it here in a minute. Now you see what I mean? Like, it didn't take long. But now that not there, it's a good one. It's even pull and drag. That one there's putting up a pretty good fight. It's pulling a lot of drag. Now if that goes in the red, you better quit reeling, because if you don't, it will break your pole. And you don't want your drag setting too high, because if you let it set too high, it will break. Now you see how much this is putting up fight. Now I get back in, it will go back out. Now this right here is probably going to be the biggest one so far. Already back out to 70 something feet. Now don't let it go over the feet what you got in your spool, because it will break. See, I can sit here and I can fight with it for a very long time. But now the rod strength, that's something, that's the reason to turn on it's having trouble, because it's down to 88%. Okay, now about got it in. It's quit. It gave up the fight. Alright. Now I brought it in. 12 pounds. Okay, now what I want to do is we're going to examine. Okay, let's see. Okay, I'm out of bait. Okay, so now let's go to inventory. Alright, we're gonna put now this right here. Now that mole cricket is good too. I've got Shriners, I've got frog, duck muscle meat, braid with honey. That it's alright, marshmallows, semi-auto balls, bloodworms, mole cricket. I got night crawlers. Night crawlers, it's alright, but it's not as good. See, it tells you exactly what kind of fish you can catch, like catfish. We're going mole cricket. That's the bait we're going with. Alright, so let's get it there. Now we're gonna cast right back to the same spot. And we sit there and we wait. Now I did go from 88% down to 87%. Because that was a pretty good sized fish. Now if it would have been like 99%, I'd have pulled that in like it wasn't nothing. That's the only catch whenever the rod strength goes down. It's hard to get those big ones in. Now, so not this mole cricket larva, it does not work as good as the blood bait or nothing like that. But you will get bites on it, but it doesn't work as good. Okay, now we're getting a bite on this bait though. It does fire, but it's not the best. Cause this bait right here is mostly going to attract the smaller fish, stuff like that. Like you ain't gonna have much luck out of the bigger ones. Every once in a while you might get lucky and catch a big one with this bait. Okay, so the guy now there beside me, now he's hooked on the one. Look like it's a small, cause he's bringing it in pretty easy. Yep, 1 pound. He's fishing for bass now. Okay, I just got a bite. That's on the mole cricket larva. Okay, that one right there is 11 pounds. Now you can see I'm getting gain on XP. It's $318. That's keep. That's a keeper right there. And that's on mole cricket larva with a 4-aught old hook. Like, you can burn them up on a 4-aught old hook, and those type of baits that I mentioned earlier in the stream, you will burn them beacons up. And you have to have it 25 feet. If it's a past 25 feet, make sure you only get it like 26, but do not go over 26. If you go over 26, you will not catch them. Because the further you cast out, you're going to hook into small ones. You're not going to hook into the big ones. Okay, that right there. That's a good one. I know when it's going to put up a pretty good little fight. Yep. Take and drag. Oh, come on, don't freeze. You see what that done whenever I put that drag up? What it done is it took it all the way up. You gotta watch it, because if you don't, it will go right. Now, as long as I keep like my drag set on 4, I can sit here and just play around with it and hit R2, but it will never go in the red. I don't even have to lay it off of R2. But now I ain't gotta worry about my line of breaking. I got 100 and something pound test on here, so see, 11 pounds, $302. And I still got plenty of fish I can still catch, because my fish basket is way over 60 something pounds. I'm sitting at 62.7 right now. So this next fish that I catch is going to put me right there, right at that limit. Like, if y'all don't know where the blood bait is, y'all don't know where the mole cricket larva is, after I catch this last fish and I leave the lake, I will show you all how to get that type of bait. Because I got to restock back up on it so I can come back in here and I can catch a lot more big fish. Because the big fish, it will pay out better than the smaller fish. And this right here is the best lake to go to. And it is Mudwater. Mudwater pays out the most money just for catching catfish. And if y'all don't know how to repair your pose, I will show y'all how to do that in a minute too. I'll show y'all how to repair the pole, the reel, I'll show y'all how to repair it all. Okay, had a hit. Now when a dragonfly lands on your pole, you know you're going to catch a good fish. That's always a good sign if you have a dragonfly land on your pole. Now tomorrow night, I might stream a little bit more on this. I might stream a little bit of 2K21. But let me know in the comments, which one would you rather see? Would you rather want to see a stream on fishing? Or would you want to see a stream based on basketball? Okay, there we go. We got a big one. But now let me know in the comments. What's y'all's main thing that y'all want to see? Y'all want to see turn on fishing, or I can always do other things. Cause I have different games. I have fishing. There's basketball. I have Red Dead. Any game y'all want to see, just let me know. Now y'all see, like, I don't have the premium, but I paid $1,200 to come here. I gained $600 or more just coming into this lake. I've got $1,800 payout. If I had premium, I could have had a $2,800 payout, but that's better than none. So now I've got that. Now we're gonna stock up on some stuff. So now you want to go to your shop. You want to go to where it says baits, common baits. That's where you're gonna find your other stuff. Okay, so now the peas, yeah, that stuff, it don't really work. Which I can't get it right now. But like, let me get back into it. I accidentally clicked out of it. Okay. Now, okay, what we're gonna do? Okay, now that's what I really want to get, but we're gonna go to where it says fresh baits. Now this right here is your main source. Okay, so I've already got some Shriners. So what we're gonna do now to catch the good fish is next page over. This right here is what you want to do. So what we're gonna do, I get 30 of these and 420 a piece. So I'm gonna purchase one and I'm gonna purchase two. Now duck muscle meat. Now what I'm gonna do with that is I'm gonna purchase one thing of it. Okay. Now, yeah, frog, it's alright, but you're not really going to catch like real good stuff. And it's plus the heavy, like it is real heavy. So that's what you're gonna have to worry about. Like your pole is going. Now your pole is gonna bend. See, now when you get down here to where you can get like the large liver, the minnow. Now when you get down here where you can get this stuff, this is where your catch. This is where the big fish comes into play. Because you got different types of minnows, and this right here, that's your bait. Now we're gonna go to insects. So now we're going to insects baits. Now the bait that I want to get is I'm out of mole cricket larva. So we're just going to purchase one thing of it. Now what you're going to do, now you have to go back to here. If you ain't already got it in your backpack, take it out of where it says home. Okay, let's go down, make it a lot easier. Let's go to baits. Now if you can see, I have mole cricket larva right there, already in like the home page. Now I can swap them out. I have yellow maggots, mayflies. This is other baits like flies, cheese. These were other baits that I don't have equipped in the backpack. But this is all my baits I have in the backpack. Blood. I have 60 of those. That right there's your number one. That's your big fish bait. I have braid with honey. Frog. I do have a frog. But I will show y'all what a frog does. It's not that good. Now, I did buy another thing of mole cricket larva. I have 61 of those. That one, and your duck muscle meat, and your blood bait. Them's the only 3 baits you want. Other than that, don't get it. And like, that's fishing with mud water. You want all big baits. Now, I'm going back in here. I'm going back in. I have 1,300. Once I pay in, now y'all's gonna see, I will have like I'm only gonna have like $100 and something left. But once I catch my limit and I leave, automatic, I'm right back to the amount that I had a while ago. That's with just purchasing just a little bit of baits and stuff like that. I'm gonna be right back at $2,800 and something dollars. Okay. So now what we're gonna do? Now we're gonna go right back. You're gonna go right back to that spot again. Because, and we're gonna fast the time up. Now you wanna go to 9 o'clock. That's where you wanna go, and just start from there. And what it's gonna do, you see how it brightened it up a little bit better. Now I was fishing with Mo Creek a while ago. Now I didn't repair my pole, which I should have, but I didn't. But now that's gonna be a big factor with me catching these fish, because the pole strength being at an 86, it is gonna be a lot harder. Now you can see other people, they have. You see this guy here beside me. He got the exact same setup. He's probably doing the exact same thing I'm doing. He's fishing for big fish and big fish only. And another good thing about this game, like, people can fish over you and stuff, but they cannot cross you. They can't reel your lines in. On Fishing Sim World, yeah, you cast over somebody, you will hook their line, but it's a little tricky to do that. Like, you have to be a fishing right up on them. Now, which I do have a rod stand, but I hardly use it. I do have fireworks and stuff like that, but I don't use them either. Now, these little things that you put on the indie post, you can change the way they look, the colors of them. Some of them's got, like this one here beside me, he's got a blue one. You can change whatever colors you want. And the one beside me, he looked like he only hooked in a 74-pound young bass. And the other one, he got a black bullhead, but it was just a pound.
I'm going to head to bed. Bite.
Alright, I'll talk to you later or something.
Night.
This one guy sitting there, he's holding his pole up. Oh, there we go. Got a fish. About time you get me to get off and I hook into a fish. And it's a good one. Alrighty. Now I'm gonna have to fight with it because I didn't put my pole. I didn't fix the strength, which I should have. So that means I'm gonna have to fight with these big ones. Okay, now y'all can see 7-pounder. Now I'm gonna lose a little bit of XP, but I have to keep it because I'm gonna have to renew my pole here in a minute. Now I did keep that one. The only reason I kept it is because I'm gonna have to, whether they're small or not, I'm gonna have to renew my pole, because if I don't renew my pole, I'm eventually gonna break this pole. Because the rod strength is going, now the line and stuff, it's not going down, but the rod strength is going down. That's because I've been catching the big fish, but I haven't been repairing it every time I've been leaving this lake. I just been coming straight back into it, and I got to change that. Now I'm gonna catch my limit this time, and then I'll show y'all how to repair your poles and get everything equipped back, and then I'm probably gonna call it a night. Like in the time frame like this, you don't have to wait too long to get a bite. Like you will get bites in the AM. Once it hits the PM, that's it. Like you'll have to set a long time before you ever get a bite. Yeah, y'all can tell that right there. And it's a pretty good one. It's putting up a pretty good little fight. Now this one here is going to be a challenge getting in. I get almost in, it drags back out again. There goes, it's giving up now. No, it's still got a little fight in it. That's why you gotta work these fish though, man. Like they'll have a little bit of a fight. They'll fight there for a while and then they'll finally give up. There we go. 12 pounds. That's what you want to see though. See, I put everybody that comes to this lake, I put them to shame because I catch these big ones and then there's others, they're breaking their lines and catching these little small ones. But it all depends, like, on your setup. If you ain't got a good setup, you ain't gonna catch them. You gotta have a good setup. Look at that right there, that's a good one. But he come right to me. Like in the AM part, you don't have to leave it out long, Kurt, and you'll get a bite. As y'all can see, I catch all nothing but big fish. It's the bait. Your bait is the main thing. As long as you got this bait, you can hook all kinds of big ones. Now I just casted that one and automatically catching them, and I just casted. Like he went in the water term probably less than probably a minute and got a bite. Alright, now my basket's full. Now I'm gonna show y'all how to repair y'all's poles and stuff like that. See now, I paid $1,200 to come in this, and I got 2,000 something dollars. So I gained my money back. Like you come in the lake, you pay $1,200 just to travel to it. You are gonna gain your money back. Plus you get like a daily bonus too for every day you sign in. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna go to your inventory. You're gonna go down here and you're gonna highlight your pole. Now what you're gonna do is you're gonna unselect it. Okay. Now, see here. Okay. So now you're gonna have to go over here to your home, and there's a thing. It'll say triangle repair. You want to repair it? Yes. Okay. Now you want to equip it. Now your reel will be in your backpack. Repair it. Okay, you want to equip it. Now what you're going to do to get all your stuff back, like see like this. Okay, yeah. Alright, now you're going to have to do your line. Okay. Now, I have no line in the backpack. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come over here. Now you're going to see. I have two that says 17 pounds. We're not using that braid. We're going to use 41.2 pounds. That's what we're using. Okay. So what we're gonna do is now we're gonna put. Okay. So really, I can go ahead and put the 201 pound. We'll put the whole thing on there. Okay. Now it's saying backpack is full. So normally when it does that, what you have to do, like the float, we're gonna move the float over because you can't use it. Okay, we're gonna put under 1 pound. Okay, the backpack is still full. So now you're gonna have to get ready to something else. So that's just backpack. Like, see all this right here. I really don't need the fireworks. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna move all the fireworks. Okay. Now we're gonna go back over here. Go to the line. Cut it. But backpack's still full. So now what I'm gonna do is barbless hook. We're gonna move that. We're gonna move it over. Okay. Now, equip it. Still can't equip it yet because it's full. So, but now if you if you look, say it's 41-pound test, I've got 17-pound test. I have different lines. Okay, so like all this bait, really you don't really need that much bait. Like say bloodworms, we gonna move it over. We don't use them. Simyal balls, we'll move them over. We don't hardly use them. Bread with honey, same thing. Shrimp, yeah, we use. Frog, we'll leave the frog in there because we might use the frog. Okay, now we're gonna go back over to home. Go down to our line. And it's still gonna say backpack's full. So what it is when it does that, let's put about, see, like some of this can be tricky if you don't do it right. Yeah, like it is hard. Okay, so now what we're gonna do, we're gonna move line. Any one of these lines be alright, but I can't do anything because I have to get rid of something else out of backpack. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna make shrimp. We're gonna leave the frog. Night crawlers, we're gonna move them over because that's a lot of bait. Mainly these baits is the ones you want to use. Now we're gonna go back over. We're gonna equip that. Now backpack's still full. Okay. Now this stuff can get tricky. Okay, so it's all my baits. It's all my hooks, sinkers. Like I have a lot of stuff in the other sections. Okay, what we're gonna do, we're gonna see if we can get a bigger storage. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get this one right here, or we're just gonna do 90, okay? Okay. Oh, so that takes bait coins for that one, I guess. Let's see. Alright, so we're gonna come back to that. We're gonna see how many bait coins we got. Okay. Well, I ain't got that much bait coins, but oh well. I'd take 100 coins. Okay, so the storage. there's not really much. Like, there's not really much you can do. So, we're gonna put hook 8 back. That way we can get the rest of our stuff. Okay, backpack full. We'll move that one over. Now there shouldn't be much more. Like there shouldn't be much more to get. But see, it keeps every once in a while we're gonna run into that problem. If your backpack's in full, a lot of times when it does that, you have to close out and then you have to go back in. Like this game sometimes I do that. Okay, we're going to just do that because like there's really not much more you can do. It's saying the storage, it's saying it's full, but let's see here. Okay, so there we go. For some reason it was staying hid, like it didn't want me using most of it. I don't know why it done that, but it hid some of my stuff. Okay, we're gonna move this stuff because this is the only line I really use. So, but we are going to put my baits. We are going to put the baits back in. So we're going to move the Shriners back. Marshmallows, we are going to move those back. Shrimp, we're going to move those back over. The rest is really I don't need, but I've got plenty of baits if I do need them. So this is the bait categories that I use. Now y'all wanna know how like equip your stuff back. Like I go down right here, 41.2 pounds. That's what I use. So I'm gonna do, I'm gonna put the full 99 on there. It's the full spool. Okay, so now what we're gonna do, we're gonna put our barbless hook back on. The bail. This one here, this is a 1/4 or 1/2 ounce. It's an open feeder, tracks fish. So them right there is what's mainly I use. Like now your fish basket, now that's your main concern. Now you do have to have a fish basket. So like let me find it here. Okay. Like, now you can see all the hooks. I've got plenty of hooks. We do need to move hook 8 back. That's because a lot of times I will fish different areas. And I don't want to like have to leave back out of that whole thing. And I got lines. Okay, so now what you want to do is you want to go down to where it says your bait. Click it. That's how you repair your stuff. Now everything is set up. And you can see, like right here, I can hold anywhere up to, okay. Now, I do have my line weight, 11 pounds. I can go over that. So, this, I got a Feeder Forcer 6000. That's the setup that I use. A lot of people use a different setup, but I prefer that setup. That's my setups. Now I can sell these and I can get money out of them, but it's best if you have a lot of line. Like say an X series. That one, you can only throw it away. That's it. So that's why I keep it, because I can always reuse it. I can always reuse that line right there. It's still good line. I don't want to throw it away. So that one, I have a lot of it. Which I do have a lot of that line right there. So I have 4,000 something. But now this one, what I always do is I look for these, all three are the exact same. So normally what I do is I look for one that's the lowest, and what I do, sell it. They're all the same. All of them is the same line, 17 pounds. But I look for the lowest, like this one here. This is an 8-pound test. I don't need 8-pound test no more because I got a big pole. But see, I always like to keep it because it probably don't sell for much. We're gonna see. I can get 3 bait coins out of this. Okay, so what we're gonna do is, it's 8-pound test. Normally I'll keep it and put it on a different pole, but that is 3 bait coins I could get. And sometimes, like, if you don't put the right line on your pole, it will mess your pole up. So it's best to go with the right amount with, like, you set up, like over here. Okay, so I can hold up a lot. I've got everything that I need. The durability, I have 18,000 out of 18,000. That's because I repaired everything. But like, okay, so that right there, 8-pound test. Yeah, I might sell it, but I want to keep like different types of line. But so what we're gonna do is we're gonna go in, we're gonna go right back into mud water, and this right here, like I'm gonna show y'all. This right here will probably be my last fish. Like after I catch my limit this time, and I'll probably shut everything down. But I just want to show y'all mainly when you repair your poles, this is what it does. After you repair it. Okay, so we going now you want to make sure you're going on that far back side. That's the spot you want to go. Okay, we're going back in. Okay, so there's something. It's a saying that there's something that is not all the way equipped. Okay, right here. That's one thing I forgot to put on is you do have to put your monoliter on, because if you do not put this monoliter on, you will mess it up. I about forgot how to do that. Okay, now I'm right back. Now you can see everything that says 100%. Alright, little net catcher. You can put them on your pole if you feel like it. But a lot of times I don't put them on my pole. The only reason is because I don't much like them. Okay, so what you gonna do, if I can get over here. Okay, now the monoliter is 78.74. Yeah, just leave it alone. Don't mess with it. So we're gonna speed back up to 9 o'clock. Okay. Okay, it didn't cast where I wanted it. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna cast out. Now it does have that little thing tied on the end of it. Normally I don't put that on my pole, but it will attract fish a lot better. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna quit my line. So it is set at 25. I always like to keep it set on 25. Now you do see I don't have the rockets anymore. Like the fireworks, I got rid of them. I moved them into the storage. Now your fish net, yeah, you still want to have 66.1, which that's how much fish I can hold. Now if you do not equip that, yeah, it messes it up. Now what that fish thing does that's on the end of my pole that I got on my line, what that does is it attracts the fish. This bait goes in that, and then plus you put it on your hook, and it attracts more. So anytime you got a pole set up like this, you want to use that. Now every one of my poles I use green line. The only reason is the green line, it's brighter. And you could tell when, like if you set your pole down, if you run away from it, you could tell when it's still going out. It's just a lot easier. Like, y'all's gonna see how much easier it is to reel the fish in now, just with this setup on it. Now see, if I didn't have that monoliter in my backpack, I'd had to back out all the way back to the main menu and then equip it. But that's going to cost me another $1,200 to travel back to this lake. That's what you don't want to do. Make sure you got that monoliter and stuff in your backpack, so if you go into the lake like I did, that way you got it, that way you can be able to equip it. Because if you ain't got it, you got to back all the way to the main menu. And then it's just going to make it even 10 times harder on you, because you're not going to be able to fish. You lose $1,200. Like, it literally, like, it is much easier when you repair your pole. It's much easier because you don't have to put up like a real big fight. You can reel them in no problem. The big ones like I was catching a while ago, I'll reel them in like it ain't nothing now because my poles are back to full strength. Now make for sure you remember what you take off your pole, that way you know what to put back on your pole. Like if you take off a 20-pound test line, make sure you put that 20-pound test line back on that same rod, because if you don't, it will mess it up. If you had 40-pound test on it, put 40-pound test back on. Which, see, I can go through either one I want. I can do either 45-pound, I can do 20-pound, or I can do 17-pound, or I can put 8-pound test on this. That's because the 6,000 is the best reel. Basically, like if you want to hook in the big ones and you ain't gotta worry about your line breaking, or your pole, that's the best one to go with. But now, the higher the level you go, eventually, the best way to do it instead of keeping so many rods and stuff is the higher you go, if you unlock a rod and reel that is a lot bigger and will hold more test line, go with it. Like, sell your old one, buy it, and that way you can be hooking into some monsters too. Like, that's the best way to go. Is just sell it and then like buy all new. Cause that's what I did. I sold my old ones, and then I got this one. And this one right here seems like it does pretty good. Okay, now you see how I'm a fighting with it, but see it's not doing nothing to my pole though. Now once you fully upgrade your pole and you have to fight with it like that, that means you got a pretty good one. And I have everything back to, it's up 99, but it's a big fish. Like, you're gonna run into problems like that. And like, I'm gonna show y'all, like, really, this right here, you don't have to have that fish feeder. Unequip it. You don't have to have it. Like, all that does, it weighs your pole down. That's it. So really, I don't use it. I prefer not to. Now, if see, it'll say, yeah, pole's not assembled or something like that. But you go back to it, like you see, it says it's not compatible, but like, a lot of times when you're using these poles, it wants you to put that on for some reason, but really you don't have to use it. But this game, for some reason, it wants you to put that on. Let's see here. Like, I don't think I have no baits to put into that. Like, I probably could if I had the right stuff to put in there, but I don't. Like I can go over the specials. See, I've got nothing. Like, mainly that's what it wants. It wants you to fish with that stuff. I don't like it. But this game will make you put it on, because if you don't put it on, it will not let you. It won't let you use your pole. It won't let you fish. So without that, your pole is basically useless. It's best to get that and put it on. See, I got a hit right away like that. But that's with that fish net. See, you can hook in the good ones. You don't have to have like a small set. You don't have to have a certain setup. Like, yeah, the fish finder thing that I have on my line, all that does is it tracks them. It's like, as soon as they hit the water, they knew that bait was there, they hit it. Because all it does is it just puts off a smell because you're putting bait. You're basically putting bait in that little cage that's on your lap, and you got bait on your hook. Instead of having one bait on it, you got two baits. We'll try this little bit of a frog, see what that does. Okay, it looks like the frog does pretty good then. 10 pounds and 1 ounce. So that's good. And like I didn't even have it cast out, not even that long. And I already got a bite. Like any of these baits that y'all see that I'm using, that is for like the big fish. That's the #1 key of catching big fish, is the bait. And I showed y'all like my setups. If you all go like with the setup that I got, y'all is more likely gonna be, y'all can come in the mud water, do the exact same step that I talked through, the same baits and everything. And you all will be bringing some big ones out. Like I'm just now, I'm getting another bite. They must have hit that one and just quit. But they'll come back. Okay, now this one right here looks like it's gonna be a big one. Now about get it in, it takes off again. £11. That's what we want. And that's just catching it on frog. Now these bigger fish, it will drain the rod strength pretty fast the more and more you catch, but it won't drain them down as bad. It goes like every big fish you bring in, it goes down by 1% by each fish. So that's not too bad. Make sure y'all trying to hit that like and subscribe button, because I need at least get some more subscribers. As of right now, I only have 7 subscribers right now, and my goal by next week, I'd like to at least have up close to about 50 subscribers by next week. So see if you all can make it happen. If I can at least get turned close to 50 subscribers by next week, I'll start putting out some more videos and stuff like that. Like I'll start doing more streams like this. Well, Chad, I guess I'll talk to you all in the next video. Peace.